Proudly broadcasting from the Richard Philip Cavallaro Studio.
WRHU.
Hempstead.
You've discovered
A cornerstone of the Lawrence Herbert School of Communication.
WRHU.
Hello, screeners. We're back again.
You're listening to The Screening Room on 88.7 FM Radio Hofstra University.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Say hello to my little friend.
Join us as we talk about all things pop culture,
Hollywood news,
And entertainment.
Well, I'm feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
screeners buckle up.
and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the Screening Room here on WRHU Radio Hofstra University. I'm your host, Michael Albrecht, joined by Abby Gibson, Ayal, Tsur, Michael Ventrice, and Tommy Saxa. On today's show, we are discussing the Emmys, D23, and all the latest entertainment news. For more on our show, follow us on Instagram at Screening Room WRHU. All right, welcome to the show, everyone. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you all had a great summer. I wanted to start the show off by saying what have we been up to this summer, and what have we been watching while we were on summer break?
Excellent question.
Ooh. Not the Screening Room. That's all I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Fake fan. Yeah, I know.
Damn. I trusted you.
I guess I'll start. I think the favorite thing that I watched over the summer was undoubtedly Deadpool versus Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
Yeah. They do fight though. They do.
Oh,
sorry, spoilers.
Fight.
Sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Like once. Actually, no.
Wasn't once.
They fight a lot in that film. They do. They hate each other. It's by their nature they're gonna fight. Like,
yeah.
It's not surprising. Obviously no spoilers. I think it's on digital now. I forget.
It will be soon. They're doing shameless plug, but I just saw this before I left my house this morning. I think they're showing it
in Bill
here.
of Rights. Yeah.
And Bill.
Yeah.
Bill of Rights. It's like, dude.
So
luckily that's where I live.
This week, so it must be on digital now.
Yeah, I
Where,
guess.
Though? Like
Probably Disney Plus.
I would assume Disney
Damn, I
Plus.
gotta watch
Disney
that
Plus.
again.
I'd be surprised if they actually do Disney Plus right away. I know they
Yeah.
they had both Deadpool movies, but Disney has a weird thing with cursing, so I wonder.
Yeah.
Well, that's for later. I think Disney.
Did you know? Sorry.
Did I know?
It's because they're not fun.
So, without saying the word because we're on radio.
Right.
Oh yeah.
There have been, I think, 115.
18.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
That helps me. 118 F-bombs in the Marvel Cinematic Universe between two movies. One of them is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Only one F-bomb was dropped in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
The other 117 were dropped in Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's crazy.
See, and that's what makes them good.
They were over there writing that script
Yeah.
I know the right word for this.
I mean,
yeah.
The MCU finally on the up and up.
That's just F-bombs, by the way. They're mixing it up in terms of curses too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's Deadpool, so I'd be surprised if they didn't.
Yeah, that's from the comics origin. That's how it is. But you like that movie? What else did you do or see or?
For the most part, I just kind of enjoyed my summer. I was supposed to get a job, never got a job, so I just ended up watching TV all day.
Oh, that sucks.
Any recommendations?
Shoot. There's this adult animated show called Inside Job on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, you know that one? Yeah, it got canceled about a year ago, but about a full I don't know, Netflix. I'm not a big fan of their marketing scheme. No, the show's really good. It deals conspiracy theories turned real, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole company trying to manage all the conspiracy theories, or like their actual people or businesses or what have you. It's a really interesting show. It's also really funny.
You don't think that exists now?
Sorry?
You don't think that exists now?
All the conspiracy theories? I mean, the flat Earth, I think, has some. No.
No, don't even start on that, man.
No, donut-shaped Earth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tommy, what did you do this?
Well, so I kind of spend most of my summer at the movies, like always.
Yeah.
And it's been kind of, I claim it the gas leak year in terms of the movies. I mean, there are some.
Excuse me?
The gas leak year?
Long Legs came out, which kind of makes everything okay.
What's Long Legs?
Really? The Nicolas Cage horror film? Okay, well.
Wait.
Sorry, nah.
That sounds almost familiar.
If came out. I
don't know if I did hear about it. If I want to see, I just saw a clip on TikTok, which means it's on streaming now.
That's also with Ryan Reynolds, right?
I saw
it is a Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I saw If on my Delta flight once.
Where were you coming from?
Denver.
Denver.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Country roads.
Dude, that's West Virginia.
That's West Virginia.
Oh my god.
Dude.
This just in. Tommy doesn't know.
No. Hold on. No, John Denver, the guy who made the song.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay,
weird Freudian slip.
Come on, man. Get in the game.
But I have noticed this summer specifically, we've had more 1-star movies than ever. We've had Borderlands, Trap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to share?
Furiosa bombed, and that makes me upset.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Abby.
I feel like I actually watched movies this summer, guys.
No way!
Congratulations.
It's so crazy. Usually I only watch Finding Nemo, and that's it for me.
Oh my goodness.
But I watched Twisters.
Oh,
I personally loved it.
Wait, I think I heard about that one.
it's all right.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Ain't no love in Oklahoma.
It's all
Man.
right.
I love it so much, guys. Actually, did
Yeah.
I go to see it for Glenn Powell? Yes.
Oh my God.
However, I did watch the original Twisters whenever I was younger, so I'm doing better than most. If we think about it, guys.
The original Twister is a fantastic movie. It's
Isn't
one of my
it?
mom's favorites. It's up there for me too. So yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure a tornado growls in that movie. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know if they actually growl. I live on Long Island, so I don't know what a Twister. I've never seen a Twister. I don't know.
We don't have those
in real life.
Yeah.
I have incurred a tornado before. So so first it starts off silent.
Right.
And then you hear the hail. And then it goes silent again and you're like, "Oh, it's actually going to hit, isn't it?" And then for me, luckily it didn't. It was just 5 minutes down the road. So
That's nice.
we avoided it. But it does have imagine a train choo-chooing. It's that sound. That's the train.
Huh.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
interesting. But you like Twisters.
I guess.
I really like Twisters.
Anything-
If you just take out the traumatic experience of the
Now I'm just
tornado.
imagining a Twister transportation system.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And Mike.
Damn. Okay. I saw Twisters. I saw Deadpool and Wolverine. I want to watch X-Men First Class and Days of Future Past. I watched She-Hulk.
I'm so sorry for your
Yeah,
loss.
yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot to say about She-Hulk. I'm not going to say
It's a
on
rough
there.
show.
Yeah, and I watch other stuff, but that's what I can remember right now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. For me, I saw Deadpool and Wolverine too. I actually, or as well. I also, I was part of the first Disney cruise to watch an R-rated movie on the ship.
Oh, that's
Really?
We watched Deadpool and Wolverine. I watched it on a Disney cruise it was on.
New fun fact just dropped.
That is a new fun fact,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, they used to not do R-rated movies because it's Disney, and then they're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, we got special permission to do this, and we're gonna do it now." And we're
It's
like,
Deadpool.
"It's the first time,"
Deadpool.
and I was like,
Yeah.
"Thanks, guys, it's great."
Deadpool transcends permission.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, oh yeah,
exactly,
Ryan
100%.
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
We'll get into more Ryan Reynolds later in the
Yeah.
show.
He can do
anything.
But what else? In August, I watched almost every Batman movie.
Okay.
Oh. Out of curiosity, which one's
Even,
your
like-
favorite?
Which one's my favorite?
Yeah.
The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises.
Correct.
I think that whole trilogy is one of the best trilogies of all time.
That is correct.
I love those 3 movies. And then just go back and watching the Clooney and whatever the other guy's name, Val Kilmer films. I'm like, these suck.
Yeah.
These are not good.
I will defend Batman Forever with my life.
Okay.
Because I think it's just a perfect comic book movie. I just
That's
think
fair.
It's
That's fair.
hilarious. Batman
That's
and
fair.
Robin though is a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching some Succession the past couple weeks. I'm in a class for Succession.
That's good.
If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It's a little unsettling, but it's a dramedy. So
I mean,
you know.
the best shows are.
Nah, great show.
You know what? That's true.
Yeah.
Did I watch any of the movies? I finally caught up on a lot of Pixar.
That's good.
Elemental's such a beautiful movie.
I
It's boring,
haven't
but it's
seen
beautiful.
that one yet. It's boring?
It's
Yeah.
slow.
Okay.
Not a lot happens, but I think it's a very beautiful movie and has a nice message, and I think it's a really cute film. All right. Does anybody have anything else to add before we move on?
I'm just happy to be back.
Yeah.
I love that, Ayal. That's the perfect thing to say.
I don't. By the way, nobody here mentioned the Garfield movie.
I
for
watched
good reason.
It was horrendous.
Yeah, I know. It was terrible.
Okay.
They just wanted the money.
Yeah.
I think or whatever.
That's definitely true. All right. Well, I'm so glad we had a great summers, and have been watching some really great stuff. Now we are going to play a game, everyone. That's right.
Hey.
This game, we're going to play a game called Guess the Movie. Specifically, this is how the game is going to work. I'm going to say a review of a movie from Letterboxd, and you have to tell me what movie the review is from. So for this week's game, you're going to have to tell me if the review is from Inside Out 2 or not from Inside Out 2.
Okay.
All right. Wait, do we get bonus points if we guess the movie it's from?
Do you know what? Yes, I will, because
Cool.
I do have that written down. I'm going to
All right.
turn it because I think Abby might be able to see my screen.
Yeah.
I will give you bonus points. Most of these are somewhat recent movies. None of them are past 1980. That's not true. Yes, it is. That is true.
Wow.
None of them are past 1990.
That's a pretty broad spectrum.
There's.
Yeah, man.
I'll give you hints. All of them are from the 2010s, this year, 2024, or the 1990s.
All right.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you. There are 7 ones. We're just going to go through them, and yeah, we're just going to see. All right.
Yep.
Like, you have like some kind of nice music. in the
Yeah.
background.
I mean, there's this thing.
I can just sing for y'all if that makes you feel better.
Yes.
Not that kind of show, y'all. Sorry.
We like to stay on the air.
Trust me, later.
Come on.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Later, Ayal, you give us a concert.
We got like this.
That works for me. Just a little lower. All right. Are we all ready for our first quote?
Yeah.
Or our first review?
Let's do it.
Can somebody please take that orange thing out of my head?
Okay, I immediately think it's Inside Out because, obviously anxiety, but like that could mean a bunch of other things. Like, what if it's somehow Coneheads and they have carrots? And I never watched Coneheads.
A Clockwork Orange.
Right.
This is exactly what I wanted to happen. Thank you so much. I knew this was a good group to do this with.
Orange thing out of my head, like the Minority Report, because the balls.
Were they orange?
I think so.
Well, yeah, because anxiety's orange. And so the.
So, does
Her
anybody
little
have
memory balls.
a guess?
I'm actually gonna say Inside Out 2.
It is Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
Tommy. Good job.
Okay.
All right. Gotta love a movie that's just bits and goofs.
It's just bits and goofs.
Is that Inside Out 2?
Generic. That's not Inside Out 2. I'm not locking my answer in.
If it's not Inside Out 2, what movie is it?
That movie isn't just bits and goofs.
Ayal, you are correct. It is not Inside Out 2. Do you know what movie it is? It is a recent movie.
It's a recent movie.
Beetlejuice.
It is Beetlejuice, actually. That is Beetlejuice.
That's my complaint with it. It had like no cohesion.
All right, I'm gonna give a full. I'm gonna give a full point to y'all and half a point to Tommy for getting Beetlejuice.
What do you mean half? All right, fair.
Yeah.
This is McCarthyism.
Okay, the next one. When you zone out, it's because these guys took a break.
That. I feel
No
that-
clue.
I think it's Inside Out 1.
too. Yeah.
No.
I think that could be Inside Out 2.
Final guesses from anybody?
Inside Out 2.
It is Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, if you put Osmosis Jones on here, I'm gonna be so happy.
Osmosis Jones is not on here. I'll tell you that.
Who?
That I don't know. Whatever time it just isn't on here. When I have to change teams mid-season because of hockey district laws, and my friends with identical haircuts hospitalize me because of it.
The Mighty Ducks.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, Tommy, I thought this was gonna trip you guys up. That is the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a freak.
I knew that.
So
actually love
I
her.
put
I was
that.
gonna say.
I put that in because in Inside Out 2 there are people who like they're all mean to each other, and like the girls switch schools, and like there's the girls with the same haircuts.
No,
and it's like
what gave it away is like they're relatively different haircuts. In Mighty Ducks, they all look
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
that's dude, Tommy. I'm underestimating you.
No.
Tommy's
I'm taking the
sweeping.
fun out of the game. I'm so sorry.
It's all
He
right.
knows his movies.
Yeah, no, like it just. I don't know. I never like saw Mighty Ducks. But, like it just sounded like when they mentioned hockey.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's either Inside Out or Mighty Ducks.
Now you think of a hockey movie, you think of Mighty Ducks. That's
And/or
Miracle.
and/or Goon from 2012.
Mystery
Underrated
Alaska.
classic. Mhm.
I'm a hockey guy, so I just know movies. All right. Anyway, I'm a movie guy. Next one. Kind of offended by the broccoli slander.
I mean, Inside Out 2 has like a lot.
Inside Out 1.
Just
No,
like
Inside Out 1 had the
the
broccoli
Michael,
slander.
you
Yeah.
really think you can trick me? That's Inside Out 1.
Final guesses?
Inside Out 1.
Yeah.
Sure.
Inside
That
Out
is
1.
not Inside Out 1. That is Inside Out 2.
When did they mention broccoli?
When?
I know. That is Inside Out 2, though. Okay, next one. This one might be a little too easy now, but I thought it was a funny quote. This might be the greatest rom-com ever made.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, Tommy!
Yeah.
I've seen the review.
I can't play this game with Tommy. He's too good at this.
He knows it.
No,
knows this.
hold
Yeah,
on.
that is
Actually,
Deadpool and
was
Wolverine.
because I use Letterboxd all the time, and that's the top review.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna go with a different quote, but I was like,
this is study before the game. That's not fair.
I did my homework.
I was gonna
We
go
have
with
homework?
a different quote, but I thought that was too funny to pass up.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's hilarious.
So yeah, that is Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, and last one. Crying, crying, more crying.
What?
I think that's
I'll
gotta be
leave this
Inside
one
Out
to the
2.
floor.
That's a line?
What did you? Okay, one at a time, Ayal. What did you just say?
Inside Out 2.
What did you
It's
just say?
Inside Out 2.
Abby.
I'm gonna go Inside Out too. Because, like,
Tommy, you were on the right track that I was gonna do this, but you didn't know when. That is Inside Out 1. That is Inside Out
so
1.
close.
You were on the right track, and I'm glad you were thinking that because you knew I would do that to you guys. That is Inside Out 1.
It's not even like I would say
Yeah.
you should cry more to Inside Out 2. Like Inside Out 1 isn't even like that emotional.
I can't believe we
I
got
think
that
it is.
approval.
I think I mean, I was 15 maybe when Inside Out 1 came out. No, that's not true. It was
Yeah, no.
sorry.
it
I was
2015, yeah.
younger. It was 2016, so I was 13
Yeah.
when that movie came out.
was 2015,
Now as a
yeah.
21-year-old watching Inside Out 2 and the whole talk about anxiety and ennui and all that stuff on Wii, I'm like, oh, like it hits more for me
Yeah.
than original Inside Out did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
maybe.
became more
That's what I thought
hashtag
that one was
relatable.
It was there were some quotes there's like this is a little too relatable,
Yeah.
but I thought that'd be a little too easy. All right. Well, that was such a fun game. Tommy crushed it. I think Tommy is our winner.
Yay.
I'll take my prize after the game.
What do you want your prize to be? You want like do you like Starbucks? Duncan's not open today.
Okay. No, this world is not built for dorm students. Everything closes on weekends. I got so mad.
Yeah, as
It's a
somebody who
commuter
works
school.
here a lot over the weekend, I know, I agree.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah.
well, we're now going to hand it over to our very own Abby Gibson to catch us up on some of the latest stories with our first news break.
Yep. Okay.
welcome back to Entertainment Newsbreak. I'm Abby Gibson, and here are this week's stories. SNL's 50th season starts next Saturday, the 28th. The newbies on the cast are Ashley Padilla, Emil Wakim, and Jane Wickline, as Chloe Trost, Molly Kearney, and Punky Johnson depart from the show. It was announced that Kendrick Lamar will be performing at Super Bowl 59 next year. He was previously a guest for Dr. Dre's halftime show in 2022, so he's got some experience. So let the guessing games begin for the set list. DirecTV and Disney settled a contract dispute yesterday after a 13-day blackout. Over 10 million DirecTV and Uverse subscribers now have access to ESPN, ABC, and other Disney-associated channels. And that's all for this news break. Stay tuned for more entertainment news later in the show.
Thank you, Abby. We're going to move on to our discussion today, which is all about the Emmys. The Emmy Awards is set to air tonight and promises to be a fun night with many of this year's biggest TV shows being honored. So how do we feel about the nominees and who do we expect to win?
Give me a second to Google the nominees. I don't know them yet.
I want
Yeah, who are the
Abbott
nominees?
Elementary.
Abbott Elementary? I think
Yes.
that's fair.
I was about to say, like, that's like the one show I want to see win an Emmy today.
So we've had like kind of a slow year in terms of like shows. We got the Fallout show, which was fantastic.
I actually haven't seen it yet.
But like I don't know, comedy series is really lacking. I'm taking What We Do in the Shadows. I think that show's hilarious.
I mean, I guess you're right. I think What We Do in the Shadows is great. I agree with Abby on Abbott Elementary personally, but The Bear is a great choice. Curb is good. Hacks is a very good show.
I would watch The Bear if I had an actual streaming service to watch it.
The Bear had a weird season 3 though.
It did?
Like the first episode is just all montages. They had like John Cena cameo for a few minutes.
Well, no spoilers, Tommy.
Oh wait, all right, sorry. You can't see him. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That was good. That was good.
Thank you.
It's too early for this.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I know it's probably not gonna happen, but I really want Selena Gomez to win.
For Only
I
Murders
know
in the
she's
Building?
probably not. Yeah,
What?
love her.
Who
I
else?
just
What was she in this year?
she was in Only
Only
Murders
Murders.
in the Building.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Is there any standouts you think should win awards?
I think so. I don't know if you guys watch that show Slow Horses on Apple TV. Not many people have, but like Gary Oldman plays this like CIA operative, and he's just like fantastic. So I'd probably say him.
Okay.
That's good.
It is slim pickings this
I
year.
kind of like seeing Matt Berry being nominated for an award. I think he is very underrated. I think.
Matt Berry from like
What We
Channel
Do.
4, those sitcoms.
Yeah, like What We Do in the Shadows. He's been in a lot of other stuff too, but I think he's so funny.
I don't know if you watch the IT Crowd.
I know a little bit of it.
He's one of the funniest people I've ever seen in that
Yeah.
show.
I agree, but I feel like he doesn't get the recognition he deserves. So I'm very happy that he has a nom. And we have like Steve Martin and Martin Short, like the Jeremy Allen White, the people you expect to be there. Love seeing Kristen Wiig on here.
I definitely think that Abbott Elementary, because that's the only show on this list that I've watched, deserves an Emmy because it's personally I find it like a very creative sitcom.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, it doesn't like poke fun of the fact that like it has majority black characters. It just kind of like rolls with the punches and shows us what it's like as like in public elementary schools nowadays. Because like now, obviously, school funding is abysmal in most schools, which is very sad. I also small shout out to Janelle James, who plays Ava Coleman, because she is absolutely hilarious on that show.
Yeah, that show has a great cast. I agree with you. I think it's a great show. It's different. You'd expect it to be very similar to the other like mockumentary style shows, but it's
like,
not.
Modern Family, Parks and Rec, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, and like it's like with The Office, but like it's not The Office in a school.
No,
it's a totally different idea, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's executed so well, and they have like a lot, and all the kid actors, right? They really like they really make it feel like a real school with like real people.
Yeah, they do a good job of that.
Yeah.
Any other standouts?
So I'm really happy personally because I don't know if you guys watch Baby Reindeer.
I just noticed that.
I heard about it.
Richard Gadd got nominated for lead actor, and he's just fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, like he is really like it's the most depressing performance of the year.
Wait, Baby Reindeer, that's the stalker one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He is not having a fun time in that show.
I definitely think because Baby Reindeer is in the Outstanding Limited and Anthology Series category. I think that one's going to be a little tough just because it's at least for the top. Again, I'm reading this off of Wikipedia. The top 3 in the order that they put it in. I think it's going to be between Baby Reindeer, Fargo, and Lessons in Chemistry. Oh. No offense to Ripley or True Detective Night Country.
Ripley was really good, though.
I hadn't seen it. I just heard more about the other ones, and I think I saw 1 or 2. But, yeah, I think, any other hopes, dreams, fantasies?
Wishes.
Wishes.
I mean, in relation to the Emmys, no, but otherwise, a lot.
I can sleep very soundly knowing that I don't ever watch the Emmys.
That's okay.
I can live with that.
I want to make more of an effort to watch award shows, especially as somebody who is super into film and TV history and is in this industry.
Yeah.
And hopes to win one, either an Emmy or an Oscar or something one day. So yeah. Any surprises? Like, I don't know if that person should have been
nominated.
Nominated, or that TV show. I'm surprised that's up there.
I feel like I'm not into like TV movie shows like that. I feel I'm not in that realm.
You know what's funny? 4 people from The Morning Show got nominated for supporting actress.
Really?
That is interesting.
Actors?
4
Really?
whole people.
Like from different shows or like all one show?
No, the morning show is this Apple
Oh, just the
TV
morning
series.
show in itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like
Is it really that
newscasters.
good?
I mean, Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon are very, very talented. So yeah, I think just looking at, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of them in a lot of these actors in their projects, but I have seen them in other works, and I think it is going to be kind of a competitive Emmys.
I mean, makes sense. Emmys, I think by nature are usually a little more competitive than most award shows.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went down to. You're right, Tommy. Like it's a lot of competition because you have. I'm gonna butcher this name. Nicole Behair, Greta Lee, Karen Pittman, and Holland Taylor, all from The Morning Show, in Outstanding Supporting
Even
Actress
in,
in a
like,
Drama Series.
Other categories, like the morning show is sweeping.
Yeah. Do you think
I didn't
The
hear
Morning
anything
Show
about this show?
I've heard a lot from The Morning Show, not this year, but a lot in the past, like when it first came out. How do we feel about the Morning Show having like a sweep?
I mean, if it's good, like it could be like a sleeper hit. But I didn't know it had a new season. Like I just remembered when it came out and it was huge.
I agree with that.
I wish The Bear got more love because that show's pretty. Season 3 was
also
weird.
agree.
It was pretty solid.
I also I'm going down more and I'm like looking at like I didn't know this person was in this. Specifically in supporting actor in an anthology series, Jonathan Bailey, who I know from Bridgerton and is also going to be in the Wicked movie. Was it something called Fellow Travelers on Showtime? And Robert Downey Jr. was in a show called The Sympathizers. Okay. I didn't know any of that. So, I mean, I don't want to say they'll win because they've been in lead things. So I think sometimes when you have a actor who traditionally does lead things, I just put that in quotes. Sometimes I forget this is just audio. Who does lead things, does supporting things, it's a little trickier for them to get that award just because you would give it, typically it would go to like a more little, not a little guy, but you know what I mean? Somebody who's not like an A-lister or a B-lister.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah. What show or series? Because there are most shows. There's trends here. A lot of shows have multiple nominations. Any shows we think are gonna get like the most awards?
You know what? It's an early pick, but I'm gonna lock in Shogun. I haven't watched
I was
it.
actually just about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's like stylistically the images I've seen are fantastic. And it's a new show, it's getting a lot of attention. So I think they're gonna, give it the rub this year.
Interesting.
Wasn't Shogun like a limited series though?
I don't know. I think it's like
I think it started as a limited series, but now they're like, we're gonna do a second season.
Yeah, it was really successful. They decided to pick it up.
Yeah, it is Hulu, I believe, right?
I think so. Well, it's like it's airing on Hulu, but I think it's also on like FX or something.
Yeah. I think they have like some kind of deal, but it's also
because if you air just a thing on just a network show, it's gonna die. Like you
Yeah.
have to have some kind of deal with streaming.
no,
service.
100%. Nowadays, 100%. I also believe if you have a Hulu Disney Plus bundle, if you have both,
Yeah.
it will show up on Hulu. Will show up on Disney Plus.
Well, I did.
So it also is
Dude,
kind of
that
on Disney
tripped me
Plus.
out for the first time because I opened Disney Plus and I
Yeah.
was like looking at anime and stuff, and I was so confused.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of weird, like Family Guy is kind of on Disney Plus
Yeah.
now. and
Family
it's like,
Guy?
Yeah, because they're on Hulu, but I think
Oh.
that might be changing.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some weird things. with
I
that.
actually had the bundle for a while, and then my dad actually owned the account, and then he canceled it. Didn't tell me, so I couldn't watch all my shows anymore.
It'd be like
And
that.
that's why you go to piracy. Welcome to the dark side.
Dude, I remember opening Disney Plus for the presidential debate, and I was like, what kind of world do we live in where I go to Disney
It
Plus?
is weird.
You go to YouTube for the debates.
No, I went to the
Yeah, those are free.
I went to the
Exactly,
Student
yeah.
Center Theater. That's where I went.
Was
Yes,
there
it was at the Student Center.
an
there.
audible
Yeah.
laugh track for the debate at the student center?
That would have been really funny.
I mean,
Probably not.
from the actual students, there was a live laugh track, and a lot of people
Yeah.
screaming
I
at a
imagine.
certain politician. But
So
Damn, I wonder who that is.
yeah.
Well, let's not get political here.
No.
But
Politician is,
real
uh,
quick before
what's
we
gonna be
wrap
here.
up this conversation, I scrolled all the way down to see like what programs have the most nominations. The Morning Show has 11.
Whoa.
Second to that is The Bear at 9,
Okay.
and then The Crown and Shogun are tied at 8.
Interesting.
Yeah, makes
Um,
sense.
After that is Abbott and Baby Reindeer at 7.
I'm gonna.
So
Abbott should be higher.
the least amount of nominations.
My theory still stands though about how the Emmys and Oscars just can't get enough of shows and movies about like movie making, which is I think why the morning show is so popular. At least in terms of
You know
the
what?
awards
That's
scene.
interesting because as at least as somebody who's currently watching Succession, I kind of feel that. All right. Well, I for one am very excited to see how tonight's award ceremonies turn out. We're going to hand it back over to Abby with another news break.
Justin Timberlake pleaded guilty to driving while impaired following his arrest in the Hamptons this past June. He now must pay $500 and serve 25 hours of community service. The second installment of Wicked was announced last Thursday. You can catch The Wicked Part 2 in theaters November 21st of next year. The first installment releases November 22nd of this year. A Harry Potter TV adaptation is rumored to be released in 2026 as an opening acting call for child actors takes place in the UK and Ireland. J.K. Rowling will be included, and the TV show will have 1 season per book for a total of 7. And that's all for this entertainment news break. Now let's get back to the movies.
I think if I auditioned, they'd let me in.
Man. Just like fake a British accent,
Yeah.
and you got it.
Oh,
I think that happened to
How's your
somebody.
accent, governor?
Yeah.
I think that happened to somebody on another show. I forgot what show, but somebody was like, I'm going to pretend to be British. And they were Oh, do you know what it was? It was a Doctor Who.
Oh,
And they got in.
Yeah,
Yes, he was Scottish.
somebody pretended to be like British or Scottish or something
Yeah.
to get on Doctor Who. And then I think this was the like 80s or something. And they got on, and then when they found out, they were just like, we're just going to have you play an American companion. And they're like, I think it was Perry. She's the only
Yeah.
American companion.
Huh.
Which is interesting. I could be wrong.
yeah,
it
that
could
is
not be
interesting.
Perry.
They
It
just
could
kinda
be
went with her.
it could be Ace. I could be wrong. I don't know a lot about classic Who. Anyway, thank you, Abby. I for one am not looking forward to Harry Potter reboot. I think it's way
Especially
too soon.
if
and-
J.K. Rowling is involved.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean I typically like when the
Yeah.
author's involved, but the
Yeah.
movies are pretty good. I would rather them just keep on going and making new stuff instead of just rehashing.
I don't get why they're making it into like a TV series, really.
Because
That's
they
For the
have
Why would we go
money.
back?
because they have time. It's more time to expand the story and add more things from the books. I understand from that point of view, but also like, just you already made the movies. The movies are good. Like this is like the mental image of like for me. I don't know. Just continue, make more stories. I want to know about
Yeah.
Harry's dad and the Marauders and stuff. I don't want to see this story
I
again.
think we have too much Harry Potter, just in general. We had Hogwarts Legacy recently.
Well, that's games, but that's another conversation.
Tommy, I think you,
I
I think you angered too many people by
I
just
don't-
saying that.
I don't love.
Oh, God.
I don't love what Universal's doing with Harry Potter right now, but that's another
That's
conversation.
fair.
All right. Anyway, we're now going to move on, and we're going to kick off our Hollywood news discussion.
Heck yeah.
Our first topic, we're going to be talking about the VMAs. This year's VMAs took place on Wednesday night and was hosted by rapper Megan Thee Stallion. The ceremony was hosted at UBS Arena right here on Long Island and saw many artists of the past year receive numerous awards. Cultural phenom Taylor Swift won 7 out of her 12 nominations. So let's do a quick recap on the VMAs and what did we all think? I know most of us probably didn't watch.
No,
I didn't watch it.
I was busy doing other stuff like homework.
Taylor ate that thing up. Chapel ate that thing up. Sabrina Carpenter ate that thing up.
Oh yeah, of course.
I way overthought the Emmys, and I kind of saw it as like it was such an evolution and yet regression of pop music. Because like Taylor Swift is kind of part of the old like breed, but then like we got people like Chapel and Olivia and Sabrina who are like so new and fresh and like exciting. So I don't
Yeah.
know. It was cool to see both sides of that.
From that point of view, it definitely feels like Taylor's going to have a nice kind of mentoral role almost, helping
Yeah.
usher those three in just because they are newer and younger and the music is fresher. These
Yeah.
are not words I think I should be using, but they're the words that I'm describing them with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a fun point of view. Abby, as our resident Taylor Swift.
Please leave
On
this
duty,
conversation.
guys.
President Taylor Swift enthusiast.
Yes.
So Taylor won 7 out of her 12 awards. Do I think some of them were deserved? Yes. Do I think she should have won Song of the Summer? No.
Wait, for what song?
For Fortnite.
She
with
beat like
Post
Espresso?
Malone. Espresso was not nominated. Okay, this was the other
This world's
craziest part.
going in the tubes.
Okay, the nominees for Song of the Summer: Fortnite, Taylor Swift, Post Malone, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, Please Please Please, Sabrina Carpenter,
Great
Good
song.
Luck Babe, Chappell Roan.
Okay.
In
Now-
Fortnite one?
Okay, well, okay, I don't think it should have won, but it's also fan voted. So I mean, like, if you can't get your fans to vote, then of course she's gonna win.
All right, that's why the Emmys
No
need.
offense.
Sorry, the Grammys need like an electoral college or something. I'm not okay with it being
Kind
popular
of like,
vote.
well, they don't have, so like in the Emmys and the Oscars and like Tonys and stuff, it's typically not fan voted. It's typically like the Academy or whatever the theater version of the
Rigged.
Academy is who vote on it,
Mm.
and some like journalists and stuff.
Yeah.
Are you saying like you wished it was like that?
I mean, when you give power to the Swifties, the world crumbles.
That's an
It's a
insane
cult.
sentence.
Jeez. Okay.
It's a
Tommy's
cult.
gonna get canceled just for that. I'm kidding. I'm
God.
kidding.
Wait, this is playing in like the Hofstra like dining hall. Too.
Yes, it is. This
This
is
is
playing in the
insane.
student center atrium.
Tommy, I can't hang out with you for the next like few weeks.
I
I'm
like
sorry.
I like Paper Rings. That's my favorite Taylor Swift song. Don't
Interesting.
cancel me.
How does
I'm-
that one go?
So I'm gonna be
sing that
honest.
now.
I only watched the last 20 or 15 minutes of the VMAs. I was on FaceTime with my girlfriend, and she said, "Hey, the VMAs are on tonight, and here's what happened." And she told me all the winners, and then I was like, "Oh, it's probably still on if there are still winners coming up." And so I turned it on, and she was like, "Yeah, there's 3 awards left." Literally, it was only, what was the last one? Song of the Summer, whatever the last one was. I saw Megan Thee Stallion do some crazy stuff, and then
She's
they
always
presented
doing
the
great
last
stuff.
award. Taylor Swift won it, and then it ended.
Mm.
So first of all, my girlfriend doesn't know how to count. But sorry, I'm joking, Catherine. I love you. But yeah, when I didn't know a lot of the songs that they said. I'm not really into pop music. Let's
Yeah,
just go
no,
off of
that's
it.
fine.
Yeah.
I listen to like alt rock and like theater and punk, and like I listen to older stuff.
There's
That's
no
so
way
I-
it got like any
This guy
awards.
gets it.
Exactly.
should.
Yeah.
I know the artists and I know some of their songs. Like, I know Chappell Roan, I know Olivia, I know Sabrina, I know Taylor. Over the course of the summer, because their songs were in the air so much, I got them confused. Don't at me. But yeah, I agree with Abby. I think Chappell Roan slayed. I loved her little performance
Oh my
with
god,
the
her
knights.
doing the medieval like Good Luck Babe. That
Yeah,
was
That was so
fantastic.
cool.
Yeah.
That was sick. I was like, you deserve an award just for that performance. That was
And she still
so cool.
hit her notes.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh, God.
crazy with all that armor.
Yeah.
And in that heat.
And like that, like, so armor is so heavy. I've never worn armor, but I just know it's heavy. And then like, I don't know if any of us have also been on stage under really hot lights.
Yeah.
It's so hard to perform like that.
'Cause, I mean, there was also like the fire behind her.
Yeah.
And I know
That
she
too.
felt that.
There was a
Oh,
fire
yeah.
behind her?
Yeah, part of
Yeah.
the special effects, they had pyrotechnics.
I thought like something caught fire for a second.
No.
Ah.
It was all planned.
That would have made me watch the VMAs.
But yeah, they did some really cool things.
You guys see Benson Boone doing a backflip during Beautiful Things?
Yeah.
That was
He was
really
crazy
cool.
for that.
There was a lot of crazy. Megan Thee Stallion did a lot of crazy stuff with. I saw her holding a snake at one
Yes,
point.
because she was
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to recreate
Okay.
Britney Spears.
No, that one I saw, and she freaked out at the snake, like in the
Okay,
middle of the
that's
performance.
like-
I just gotta. Sorry.
Yeah, no. That's another thing with the VMAs, though, is I feel like it's more leaning towards nostalgic purposes and not like actual like new, like this is an award show and we're gonna bring like new stuff. Like, actually, no, we're gonna recreate stuff from the VMAs in like 2009.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say that because that's also kind of the way this like TV and film is going right now. Just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we're very built on nostalgia, and we're gonna get to this in another
Oh, God,
discussion
yeah.
very soon. But of just doing things that worked in the past and not doing new things.
Nothing is original anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Well, any final things to say about the VMAs? Any comments, concerns?
I love the Taylor Swift. Oh, go ahead.
Eminem's thing was good.
Cool.
Like his whole thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. Over the summer, the It Ends With Us film adaptation was surrounded by rumors of behind-the-scenes drama involving Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, and Ryan Reynolds. Lively, who plays the lead role and serves as producer, reportedly had significant creative input, including a key scene written by her husband, Ryan Reynolds. This raised eyebrows as Reynolds was not officially part of the writing team. Speculation of tension between Lively and Baldoni surfaced when reports indicated that Lively was with Reynolds' help, had a separate cut of the film made, which may have caused friction with Baldoni, who directed the film. So what do we think is really going on here?
This entire
comment.
story is crazy.
It is crazy. It's weird.
Yeah. And it's like, there's just so much going into it. And it's also just like, as a director, you don't want your movie to be taken over by somebody. Like, that's just not.
No.
It's not it. And I fear that might be what Blake did. And I think if it is what happened, because, I mean, we don't know the facts. I mean, this is speculation. But if that is what she did, she needs to, like, get called out for it.
Yeah.
And talked about.
I'm a little confused in general, just because there's also been, like, there's friction between Lively and Baldoni, but, like, Baldoni was also like, hey, Lively should direct the next one. There's a lot of weird stuff surrounding this movie, too, just because, like, the book itself is about some really heavy topics, and they didn't address that in the trailers.
Yeah.
So,
well, like, also the way Blake and Colleen Hoover, who's the author for it, were promoting it. I remember one interview, Blake was like, grab your girls, wear your florals, and go to the theaters. And I'm like, so they're going to go to the theaters, and if one of them has experienced domestic violence, they're going to get triggered. And it's not going to be, friendly and florals and grab your roses.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
do you think... And here's my kind of 2 cents on this, because I'm a little conspiratorial. I'm putting on my tinfoil hat here.
Oh,
I think,
exactly what I want, Tommy.
I think, hear me out here. I think I think they're going for like a they're doing what Deadpool and Wolverine, or they're doing like that, like an Oppenheimer Barbie type situation.
yeah.
Oh.
Maybe. Like, they saw that, that did really well last summer, so they're doing that with this. Like, they're saying, like, oh, dress up, wear a costume, like a superhero costume, and it ends with us with, like, florals and stuff, and, like, double feature them.
Yeah.
What they didn't realize is, one, that nobody wants to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also some speculation with, like, Ryan Reynolds kind of getting in on this, and he really shouldn't have, and...
Oh, no, they've done cross promotion. I remember a video of like Hugh Jackman interviewing Justin Baldoni.
Yeah, well, that's fine, but like the Ryan Reynolds stuff is more, at least from how I'm seeing it, is he overstepped a little bit trying to
To help or
to help, but also I think he was being a little controlling and protective in a way.
Yeah.
And I think he overstepped. But yeah, any thoughts about the controversy with this movie?
I don't know. It feels like manufactured to me.
Maybe.
Something's
It could
off
be.
here. Something's fishy.
It could be.
Yeah.
They say any press or any PR is good PR.
Oh, speaking of that, sorry. So I don't mean to like go off topic, but with the Minecraft movie.
Oh my
We can
God.
talk about the Minecraft movie.
Don't get me.
Let's
do
talk
not-
about this
Do
all
not.
the
start
time.
on that.
I didn't have it in our notes, but we have a little bit of time that we can talk about.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
uproar.
Good. I think it looks atrocious. Like, personally, if you see like the sheep and the llamas, like, oh my God, like.
I think this is going to be the movie of the summer. I think this is what we're all going to be talking about.
So
Next summer.
Tommy, it's not. Is it coming out next summer?
April.
Oh, I thought it was
not
coming out in
over.
November.
No, it's going to run all the way to the summer. To me, that's successful. It's going to $2 billion Minecraft dollars. It's,
Well,
every
April is
week.
basically blockbuster summer season. But
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm I think it looks atrocious.
Yes.
I usually don't agree with social media on bashing movies, but I think a lot of what it's been getting is warranted. I think it looks weird. I think that they're trying like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of thing, and I don't think it's working as well as it did in 1986 or whenever they made that movie.
Well, I am Steve.
That's
That
so
was
weird.
so
He's
funny.
not Steve. It's so funny.
delivery.
Not Steve.
I love the cast. I love Jack Black. He shouldn't be in this movie.
Yeah. Oh no,
This-
God no.
This has like the same kind of caliber as like when the Sonic trailer came out, like the live action Sonic trailer, and like everyone
That's what I'm
hated
saying. Yeah.
the Sonic design.
Hated. Well, that
and
is
like they changed it like months later, and like that delayed the film. So like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not saying here's hoping, but I'm saying like, you know, with all the backlash the trailer's getting, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say here's hoping.
I
I'm gonna
think
say
I
here's
think some of it they
change.
can't do without just redoing the whole film though.
yeah.
Because I think like I love Jason Momoa, I love Emma Myers, but like they can't change some of the things. Like I have issues with like the characterization and how they're portraying it. Like this in my head, this should be a movie like the Super Mario Bros. Movie that came out like a year or two ago,
Yeah.
like fully animated.
Fully
Make-
animated.
Just make it like kind of faithful. Like
Exactly.
we found like if you just make a faithful adaptation, that you can change things but still make it, you know, kind of
Yeah.
like similar to source material. Like we did Fallout,
Yeah.
Last of Us, Mario. They were all super successful.
Exactly. You're absolutely right there,
I mean,
Tommy.
I wonder how you can make like a full faithful Minecraft movie, because like Minecraft is just you break trees, you
Yeah.
break blocks, and then you kill a dragon. That's like
Yeah.
you go to 0 to 100 like
Yeah.
pretty
Ayal,
fast.
Ayal,
Yeah.
hear me out.
Yeah,
Herobrine horror movie.
Yeah.
maybe.
I mean, I would think I would think it's kind of like Jumanji, maybe, in the sense of like they're sucked into like a
The
portal
video game,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Like, if it is like Jumanji, then
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
I would think it's like that.
Well, yeah, I think you know Steve is like the
Yeah.
guy who got lost like 30 years ago and is like a man-child.
Yeah.
Maybe. yeah.
I that does feel very Jumanji. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would like it to be kind of like a Castaway film. Just like, oh, what are we gonna do? We can't really do creative mode because that's a lot. Okay, let's just do survival mode and then whatever.
Maybe.
I was so scared of survival mode as a kid. I would just
Oh,
go
I
into
hated
creative and
that.
put the stuff that I needed and then
I
switch
remember-
to survival.
I remember
Yeah.
my sister played Minecraft like briefly and like had me build her like a fort bunker because she was scared of the zombies.
I would like the second it hit dawn, I was like, all right, cliff house, just like break a cliff and just like stay in the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving on. Disney's big event, D23, took place this summer and was packed with major announcements and exclusive sneak peeks. Highlights included news of upcoming films like Incredibles 3, Frozen 3, and Avatar Fire and Ash, which is also its third movie, along with a first look at Marvel's Daredevil Born Again. Disney also revealed plans for new attractions in its parks, such as Villains Land and Monsters Inc. themed rides, along with many other entertainment announcements. So how do we feel about the announcements
All right,
made at
hear me out.
D23?
Listen, guys.
Yeah.
So of all the announcements, like of all the 40 plus announcements made, guess which IPs are original?
Probably
Zero?
like
Like
nine.
two.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
two.
It is too.
There
It is too.
there's Hopper, which I'm actually interested in,
And there's Elio.
and Elio, and I think they're both Pixar films.
Yep.
So
and they're gonna make like $5, and it's gonna. They actually might be good. Who knows? But like,
I think they'll. I'm hopeful. I think, not think, but I
I've
hope.
I've seen the Elio trailer. I think it has some merit.
I agree. I
it's-
think.
it's so weird to me how like nobody wants originality anymore.
I feel like the
Yeah.
last original like Disney movie was like Encanto.
Yeah.
But I could be
Yeah.
wrong. There might be something else.
I mean, they had
After
Wish
that.
after that, but Encanto is better than Wish.
Yeah.
Even then, like I think Encanto has good songs. It's just I don't think it had like the best story. Obviously, it had like
Yeah.
a very beautiful message, but like I just think like execution wise, it's we're not talking about Encanto. We're talking about the D23. I don't know. I think
They also, but we can talk about Encanto a little bit with the D23 because they did announce
They did.
an Encanto ride
Oh, that's
Interesting.
cool.
in Animal
Yeah.
Kingdom.
the animal. Oh, I
Because
forgot.
they're tearing out Dinoland USA, which
No.
I'm sad
How dare
about.
they?
Wait, no, the dinosaur ride. They're gonna get rid of that.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, okay, so they're replacing
My
it.
heart.
They're you know how they redid Splash Mountain to make it Tiana's Bayou Adventure,
Yeah.
which is a pretty good ride. You
Yeah,
should ride it.
that's cool. I'm fine with that.
They're basically ripping everything out and putting Indiana Jones there.
Okay.
Putting Indiana Jones, right? And then the other half were like the amusement park. Not amusement park, but like the fair area of Dinoland, which nobody ever goes to, is going to be an Encanto ride.
Okay.
You know, funny, the last Disney ride I ever went on was the Dinoland Fair one, where like the merry-go-round thing. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, I went on that too.
Last one I ever went
I went
on.
on that for the first time this last
Hurts
trip
your neck a lot.
because I was with my little cousin.
Still as good as I remember.
I mean, it's Dumbo. I was reading. This is off topic, but I was watching something, and they were like, "There are too many Dumbo-style rides at Disney," and I was like, "Yeah, you're right. There should be less Dumbo-style rides at Disney. There are like 5."
We should riot.
I'm not gonna riot.
Right.
But yeah,
I
anybody?
don't think I could fit in it.
How do we feel about the? Because we also have live action Moana coming up and Moana 2.
Is it live action? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We're doing-
I
about that.
I have mixed feelings about the live action Moana. I think Moana itself is a good IP. Don't get me wrong. I like the first film, and I'm excited for the second film. Don't get me wrong. But like a live action so soon.
I'm
Like,
scared
I agree.
about Dwayne Johnson in a wig.
That's actually really fair. I didn't even think about that.
okay, I mean,
Oh God.
But
I think was he on a wig recently? I forget. Like I think.
Maybe.
I think he was in a wig for that CIA movie he was in for like 2 seconds.
Wait, like
Central and.
Central Intelligence.
Central
Yeah.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
I think
Oh yes, he was.
I forget. I
like
watched
he was
that recently.
younger.
I'm forgetting if he was in a wig or not.
I don't know, but
When he was younger, like as his younger self. Yeah.
Oh.
he had
he
like
was, yeah.
like that nice like shaved fade when he was younger.
Yeah. Oh, he did. He did. Yeah.
He actually had a nice head of hair before
Did he
went
like
bald.
cut his hair off willingly, or did he just?
I mean,
hair off,
he's
sorry?
he's like
No, it
late
just-
50s, so
No,
he
the
probably
hair, the hair
he's
got
always
bored of him
bald.
and decided to walk off.
Oh, no, because I remember like 2003 he went bald officially.
I know this is the wrong wrestler, but his hair said you can't see me. Anyway,
So did Batista.
that was a
funny
bad
enough.
joke.
Nope. We'll give
Mike,
you a cookie for
it's-
it.
Have,
It was
have
Man.
John Cena and The Rock ever
It's
fought
too
each
early for
other?
this.
I really hope they
good.
have.
WrestleMania 29 and WrestleMania 30, I think. Yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, any final thoughts on D23 and Disney announcements? How are we feeling about Disney's movies coming up?
Love-hate relationship
I'm
with
alright.
Yeah,
Frozen
Disney
3.
itself for me is a controversial company. You know, like the obvious they care more about money than they do about their consumer base.
Yeah.
All that jazz. Some Disney films can be good, even like some more recent ones, like we mentioned Encanto. I liked Encanto. Moana 2, I think, is gonna have some good merits. But they announced Frozen 3. I swear to God, they announced Frozen 3.
It's about the money
It's-
and the conspiracy
Again,
theory. that
Yeah.
we
choice
found out
words.
in-
I'm not going to say on air about Frozen 3.
I'm
Um,
excited about Frozen 3.
yeah. I kind of agree with everyone. I think I would love the new original ideas. From a business standpoint, it's kind of smart to do this, but at the same time, consumer level, give us new stories. There are new stories. Everybody. Anyway.
You know what? No, hear me out. They should just one more like 2D animated movie. Just it's an experiment.
I'd be interested in that
Yeah.
actually.
Okay.
Anyway,
Maybe.
so there's always so many new things coming out to watch, and it's hard to keep track. So let's quickly go over the movies and TV shows coming soon with Tune In This Week. Mike, can you put some
Yeah.
nice little background music while I say this so it's not boring?
Ooh, let's have this just for funsies.
I like it. All right. Speak No Evil is a psychological horror film directed by James Watkins. The story follows an American family portrayed by James McAvoy, Mackenzie Davis, and Scott McNairy, who accept an invitation to spend a weekend at a remote British farmhouse. What begins as a pleasant trip quickly spirals into a nightmare as their hosts reveal dark, sinister intentions. Wolves is an action comedy film directed by veteran director John Watts. This film unites Brad Pitt and George Clooney for the first time in over a decade. They play two rival fixers who are hired to cover up the same crime, only to find themselves reluctantly working together when things spiral out of control, leading to a chaotic night filled with unexpected twists. Known for its dark humor and thrilling pace, the film marks the duo's first on-screen reunion in over a decade. Transformers 1 is an animated film delving into the origins of the Transformers universe, exploring the beginnings of the war between the Autobots and the Decepticons. It features voice performances by Chris Hemsworth as a young Optimus Prime, alongside Scarlett Johansson and Keegan-Michael Key. Agatha All Along, I'm excited for this one the most, is a Disney Plus spin-off from the MCU hit series WandaVision. This series centers on Agatha Harkness, played by Kathryn Hahn, picking up after the events of WandaVision. It will explore Agatha's backstory with her schemes in the magical world of the MCU. American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez, is an upcoming season of American Sports Story that will focus on the life of NFL star Aaron Hernandez from his rise to fame to his dramatic downfall. The show will explore his complicated personal life, criminal activities, and eventual conviction for murder, providing a deep dive into one of the most tragic and controversial figures in American history. Along with those projects, new seasons of The Golden Bachelorette, Dancing with the Stars, and Survivor are also all premiering this week. Just want to put a side note before I start the closing. While I was speaking, I think I said something that made my Siri on my laptop think I was talking to her. So for the past 2 minutes, Siri has been listening to me and trying to figure out what I want.
Oh my goodness.
So that's funny. That's funny. It just gave me a response written. We're going to get into that later. All right. Well, that wraps up this week's show. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been the Screening Room on WRHU. Do not forget to follow us on Instagram at Screening Room WRHU to stay up to date. And be sure to tune in to our show every Sunday at 10 a.m. only here on 88.7 FM, Radio Hofstra University. But until then, just remember, as my friend Kermit the Frog once said, life's like a movie, write your own ending, keep believing, keep pretending. Have a great week, everyone.